hard. I get that you may not like it, and I get that that's not the way you wanted it to go, but, like, the other person won, so might as well just, like, get ready for the next one. I don't know. There are lots of things that frustrate me about it, but I will say, for example, Monica, it took me 3 years to understand Monica's perspective, probably because I'm a part of hearing.
Like, not physically, but just you don't hear what you don't want.
Well, it's active listening, and what happens is I'll say a statement that he's heard over and over and over before. So he's heard that part of it, and he's able to dismiss it because he's like, no, that's, so maybe we should use the January 6th model, Marshall. And so I've never supported the violence that happened on January 6th. And I've also said people that call it an insurrection and a coup are not describing that contentious day in history well. Truthfully, it was a mostly peaceful protest.
It was very poor security, and that might be intentional. Hey, Marshall, I don't know if you noticed, but Trump signed an executive order today stating he wants government ID for voters. I don't know if you saw that.
You mean he wants some sort of national ID?
Just for people to have a current government ID. Well, I'm in California, and you don't have to be a citizen to get a driver's license. No, but you don't have to be a citizen to get a driver's license. So, in this case, I don't think it would work. But
wait, so you're saying?
But doesn't it say on the driver's license whether you're a citizen or not?
I'm sorry, Andre. So in California, a driver's license is not a government ID because you don't have to be a citizen to have one?
No, it is a government ID, but you don't. It is a government.
He was saying that it's going to create a confusion because people who have government IDs are not necessarily citizens, like in California. My question is though, isn't there something that indicates that you are, you're an immigrant or legal immigrant? Because I remember, like when I was before I became citizen, my driver's license had like a special not only expiration date, but it had a special string of letters that identified it as not a citizen's driver's license.
Well, you know more than me because I don't know anybody that's not a citizen that I've asked to see a driver's license of. So I can't say that. I just know that you don't have to be a citizen to get a driver's license. That's all. That's as far as I know.
Yeah, but you're lawful. You can be a lawful alien.
Yeah, it may surprise you, but I'm very much for voter ID. I don't think you have to have an ID.
It may surprise you, but I am for voter ID.
And I heard a really good argument from Douglas one day, or Douglas. He's not on the app, but it was like there was a liberal who said that essentially people that were black couldn't afford IDs. And it was like, that's the most patronizing shit I've ever fucking heard. You don't think black people can manage to get a basic driver's license? Are you kidding me? So that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, people aren't dumb. They can get a license. Lots of states do free licensing for the indigent. An ID is fine. We already have this thing called Real ID, which is like, it's supposed to be a national ID. So I don't have any problems with that at all.
So, Marshall, because if you're not a citizen, you're not supposed to be able to vote, correct?
Correct.
Do they typically show that somebody's not a citizen on a license?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's what Andre.
I'm going to look at my driver's license real quick because I can't remember.
There's a couple of, I think, identifying features of like a lawful alien. There used to be, well, at least in the states that I lived in, it was like a what is it called? Lawful alien, and it had a mark on it that stated that this is not a license of a citizen, but you are given a legal status.
So if we said everybody has to have a driver's license or passport, we should still be able to tell who can legally vote.
Absolutely.
So on my license, it doesn't show whether I'm a citizen or not. It gives me my driver's license number, the class I'm in, when it expires, my name, my address. Oh wait, there's some sort of a DD number at the bottom of it, which I
Yes. So
is that the thing, Andre?
So Marshall, when I was going to school in Texas, like it had in red writing. I think I forget what it said exactly, but it said something along the lines of like, this is like this individual is a legal alien or something of that sort.
Yeah, I can't believe that we haven't been requiring a government ID, because if you can't have a passport or a driver's license, I mean, like Marshall said, don't act like people like they can't get those things. If you want to, then get those things. If you want to vote, get one of those things. You know, I mean, I just think it's insane that
the other piece, Evie, is that the elections are decentralized. So each state is given its choice on how it wants to run its elections, bar interference by the House of Representatives, who legally can in the Constitution interfere if they so choose, by passing a law.
Yeah, so states where it would behoove them to not require that, I'm sure are going to push back against requirement.
More what I meant was part of the reason they're trying to get a national ID is because we have so many different election rules, right? Like some states, like Texas, require both ID and signature verification and a voting certificate every time you go vote. And also, other states may. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, no, Marshall, finish. I just.
No, I forgot what I was going to say. No worries, man. Go ahead.
My bad. I didn't mean to. No, what you also need to understand. So, one of the, it's, by the way, that's like a Shelby Steele and Thomas Sowell argument that, it's patronizing to think of, minorities as incapable of getting an ID. The problem with requiring everybody is that then you need to make, if you're going to make it mandatory on federal level, or then you have to provide some sort of financial assistance to people who cannot afford it. Now, driver's license is a privilege. It's not. It's not a right to have driver's license. But if you require some sort of national ID or like state ID, now that could be considered that it's your right to have the government pay for it if the government requires you to have one on you in order to vote.
Yeah, and maybe there's right a passport, driver's license, or third option, which you can go free to your tax, wherever and get it. But can the president put an executive order and require states to follow?
No.
Exactly. Like an edict.
No, he did not.
That's right. I declare. It's almost ridiculous.
Yeah.
He can do it, but it's going to be struck down by Supreme Court. They're going to say it's unconstitutional, and
right.
It has absolutely no.
Yeah, it refers to a place in the Constitution called the Time, Place, Manner Clause, which derives the power for voting down to the states, and so thus decentralizes U.S. elections.
But it's voting is an essential right of citizens. But if you own a house, for example, some of the crazy things I couldn't even switch the sewage over until the county legally, even though the house was now mine, I couldn't do it until it legally showed that the house, and all these crazy things. And I'm like, all this other stuff is required for all these other things, but voting, it's like, it's too hard for somebody to get these things. Are like, that's a little nuts. And
what part of the country are you in, Evie?
I'm in the South.
Oh, most of the South though does have voter IDs. Which state in the South does not have a voter? Georgia. Georgia's one. I think Arkansas might be another.
California does have an ID program that is not a driver's license. You could just get an ID if you're not a driver.
We have state IDs for that. They're vertical versus horizontal, and it's just a state ID you can get. Our Constitution in Texas is the most amended Constitution of any state in the country.
Marshall, you're objecting to people questioning the accuracy and legitimacy of the 2020 election?
No, I was more expressing my frustration because I don't think it was rigged. I get that's what other people think and what they want to talk about. So I should be a little bit kinder in the way I phrase that to people.
So wait a minute.
But it seems to me when people are like, we did lose, it seems like an obfuscation of responsibility for the party to me. Only because I think candidates are responsible for themselves, ultimately. And so it feels to me like avoiding the very necessary, I'll give it a football analogy, post-game Saturday after high school football analysis. It just may not have been as good. I can't begrudge somebody their with skepticism. I would wish they think differently, and I should probably reflect that in my speech.
So, but wait a minute. So, can we have this comment? You guys mind if I have like a 5-minute discussion with Marshall?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So, Marshall, if you consider the fact that the government was interfering with the free speech of its citizens on a social media app called Twitter.
Yeah.
If you consider the fact that the Russian collusion hoax was problematic for the first 2 years at least of Trump's first administration, the hashtag #NotMyPresidents, the fact that in 2016, prior to the January 2017 official electors, we had California actors and celebrities telling our electors for the different states, it's not too late to do the right thing. You know what to do. Asking them to be bad faith electors. Like, there's so many things that there's recent stuff coming out from Tulsi Gabbard. Doc, have you reviewed that information?
Yes, I've got Anson sent me the exact report. I do have it. I'm making my way through it. So, but you haven't made your way through it?
Slowly making his way through it.
Not all the way. I was reading another book.
Well, I'm not, forgive me. I didn't mean for that to be sharp or condescending. My point is...
No, you're okay. No worries.
You're on the stage saying you're annoyed
insult Marshall's fragile ego. You've
gotten new information that you're halfway through assessing, and you're still annoyed with people questioning. Are you sure you have all the pieces to the puzzle before you tell me what image is on there?
Do I have all of the pieces, Monica? No,
right.
ma'am. Not by any stretch of the imagination. There is way more to be learned than I actually know.
So then maybe they have a couple pieces that they find valuable that actually fit into this puzzle that you don't have or you don't see. There's some people that don't even care. They say that's 5 years ago. Move on already. You already won 2024. What you're crying about, except that there's people now questioning the 2024 election, saying Harris really won. That there were some.
Did you ever hear Frank Luntz in 2015 or 2018?
Frank
we're now in the age of questioning
Marshall's
elections.
referring to Frank Luntz.
The questioning election of 1960 was one. The questioning of Bush v. Gore was another. The Republicans questioned the Obama presidency. So it seems to me distrust of elections has been sown in the public, and that Trump is the most neon example of that. So as a as a way to think about that. I should not be so harsh with people. I should do what I often do when I type a message to somebody I don't agree with. I delete it.
Oh.
So I should
No,
probably.
I mean, you get
He's
your
Abraham
opinion.
Lincoln.
You always do,
Oh,
Marshall. You know I
Marshall.
hold space for what your views
Oh,
are.
I know.
No.
And like,
More what I mean is like there's more to learn. So maybe I shouldn't be so confident.
Fucking waste of time.
yeah, I just
So
don't, and then I
stupid.
don't know if we'll ever know. And then
We're
if your
never gonna
goal
know
is
the
free and fair
truth.
elections so that
Trolling
we're
hour in the
accurately
mob.
represented, then no, anyone cheating is.
Yeah, they do that shit down here. It's ridiculous.
Public confidence and trust in elections and also in the medical profession are not getting better. You know, because if somebody's lying to you about one thing, what else are they lying to?
Pussy that he is. Makes a controversial statement. Claims it's real.
I'm facing
Backs
a lot
off
of this
it.
in healthcare,
Says,
right?
"I'm sorry,
People who
maybe this morning I need to
they
let
see,
such a
you know, they see the
emotional
COVID
good job.
mess, not even really talking about the facts, but just the fact that there was suppression of information, and you know, a lot of government actors were lying to the public. So,
But they were arrogant about it. They were so condescending to the general public. No, if you have any questions, you're a denier of some sort. Just
yeah, so that doesn't build confidence.
Something else reflected me about that. I was talking to my younger brother, works on Capitol Hill, and he said something about medicine. Obviously, he's not a doctor, but he said medicine is part science and it's part art. Which
There's a third part to it. It's practice. It's not like we're just practicing medicine. We don't have it all locked. It's just like we're doing the best we can.
I think Duncan's point was
this is Marshall
that
Rankin
because it operates like it operates like a science and an art at the same time. You can't claim a bunch of stuff, and then when people don't believe you, go like you're Looney Tunes, right? Like I took the first 2 vaccines, but my doctor told me to stop taking them.
Stop taking the vax, Marshall. 2's enough. You can't handle anymore. We know you're patriotic, but stop taking the vax, Marshall. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I'm really lucky my autoimmune disease didn't come back because those proteins replicate, at least as I understand it. And this is for all listening. The biological stuff I'm talking about is the edge of my capabilities. More what I understand is that the consensus through the medical community was not one that offered helpfulness. It was one that said, if you don't believe us, you're wrong.
Which is what Marshall does all the time. Projection! If you don't believe us, you are wrong.
I just, I get that I'm a little annoying that I ask the questions that people get annoyed hearing. But
not to me. Nope.
You're like a big sister, Monica. I'm never going to be offended by your questions.
It just melts my heart.
So,
it's so touching. It's so
that's
touching.
a terrible, bigoted thing to say, Doctor.
No, it's not. He's in the muff. He better come in the muff liking.
He better
come in the muff. I like women and some people don't, so they're contentious. I think it's true.
One projection after another. What will the next projection be?
Anyway, if you add what Marshall said to the financial incentives, you get a pretty bad formula, right? I mean, if somebody has a massive financial incentive and they're lying to you, not a good.
I mean, I'm really lucky that I have like a doctor that cares about me instead of just seeing me as a patient.
Oh.
So he's like genuinely curious
he
about me.
He loves you and you love him.
Folks, and I
he gave you 2 vaxes.
Like 25 younger patients he has, but he's good. And the thing with COVID that always seemed important to me was like, make your consultation with your medical professional. And if they tell you to do it, that's probably a good thing.
Typical Marshall.
But noting that I took Moderna. Todd, I don't know if you know who he is. Todd is a doctor of some kind. And he explained to me that
Some kind of doctor.
mutates your DNA.
Mutates your DNA?
I had autoimmune disease in high school. And apparently could have turned it back on. And so the doctor told me to stop taking the stuff.
Yeah.
The thing that seemed more egregious to me is the funding of the gain of function research outside of the United States.
Oh. Shit.
There's a book I read called Chaos Under Heaven, the Trump-Xi relationship. And the author was the first person, this was during COVID, for the Washington Post or the Washington
Thought you were going to get something
or,
juicy now.
Yeah, one of those other
Marshall got nothing
newspapers
juicy.
wrote a book.
It's about to,
Wrote
this
that
is about to be a big one time. Listen to this.
that COVID got out of a lab.
Oh, he's talking
He was
about
the first.
shit.
He was the first author on the lab leak theory.
Really?
His book was widely panned because of that.
Wow.
It was a very good book.
Wow. Very good.
Marshall, are you talking about Todd, like 2G Todd?
Yeah, like
There you
Todd
go. Look at
and,
William Wallace. You should have even had one fucking dose, you idiot. He has a compromised autoimmune deficiency system, and his doctor pumped him full of 2 vaccines, and he's lucky his autoimmune deficiency syndrome didn't come back. Sorry, I kind of interrupted that, but I'm sure it was a nothing burger.
Sorry, Marshall. What were you?
No, all I said was I was under the impression he was a doctor. I didn't realize he wasn't.
He's a chiropractor,
No,
stupid.
Derek. I think Derek is a medical professional, and there's a couple other people in
He's
the.
a fucking chiropractor.
I think actually Derek.
My
might be
chiropractor
working,
vaccinated me. I got 2 boosters from him. I got a discount.
because I don't know for sure, but he does work in the medical profession.
My chiropractor
Actually,
did vaccinations. He made a fortune.
Advertisement for anybody that's looking for a great place to live and wants to move. Come to the best state of the union, the glorious state of Texas. Move down to the Rio Grande Valley.
The
You'll
Republic
be
of
right next to the border, and you get duty-free booze, but the job market is kind of limited.
Oh, you get drunk, but you got no job. That's
Yeah.
great, Marshall.
Texas got oil.
Oh, baby, we got oil.
Yeah, dude. I have we have a natural gas pipeline running under our ranch right now. The soil is compacting because it's only been there about 2 or 3 years, and I fucking ended up in a hole today in the truck.
Nice.
Oh shit!
Like I tried to go across this field, I ended up in a sinkhole,
Nice.
and I couldn't get out of it in 2-wheel. Luckily, I was in a good place, and I could get out of it in 4-wheel. But I fucking plowed the truck into a sinkhole. It was ridiculous.
So what
Damn,
happens
Marshall.
now? Like, can you complain to the company and have them, pay you damage?
The vehicle was not damaged. So really what they're going to do is they're going to come out and they're going to test the soil and refill it. I'm probably going to call a friend of mine who knows something about this stuff and see if he can come figure out where we need to stay off
Marshall's
of.
in the muff.
Because if it's in one spot, it's in more spots for sure.
So there's no liability with
If I were to injure myself on their easement, yeah, we could sue.
Interesting.
Marsha, I'm rebranding the MAGA Derangement Syndrome House. Check it out in the Jumbotron.
Yes, ma'am.
I love the name. And my history best friend will know exactly what.
All right, this has been another exciting episode. Marshall Rankin is really stupid and annoying.
Miss Fee is down in Goo. She's cooking dinner. She is one of my White Belts Chillism people. And I wanted to welcome her in the month.
Monica, I got an interesting historical fact for you.
Tell me.
So the end of the Civil War was April the 6th or April the 9th of 1865, the surrender of the courthouse at Appomattox. And it is Yeah, April the 6th. The last battle of the Civil War was in a place in the Rio Grande Valley called Palmito Ranch. They lost like 5 soldiers between the Union and the Confederates. And there was a guy I knew who was a highway, dealt with the highways, and he gave me some of the artifacts from the battlefield. But it's the last battle of the Civil War. Not long after that, Juneteenth happened. Like a couple months after that, yeah.
Great story, Marshall. Wow.
I'm sorry, Marshall. I was waiting for you to tell me something about the Green Dragon Tavern.
The Green Dragon Tavern makes me think either of Harry Potter or Puff the Magic Dragon. One
Okay.
of the two.
In the description of the house, it tells you about the Green Dragon Tavern and how instrumental it was in the Revolutionary.
Oh, that is awesome, Monica.
The Sons of Liberty gathered there to plan their strategy.
We should do a room on that. I'll get the first-hand documents. We can read to people. I think it's great.
I was going to take a look at Jules Jelly's contribution to the house wall.
All right, welcome
It's
to my new
pretty-
house, White Belts and Chillism. This is
It's
Chillism
pretty
from Planet
informative.
Politics, Culture Monica. Hope you enjoyed this, Mojo.